We're live. Hello, everyone. Wave. Ha 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 ha. My subtitles they captured my countdown for you all to see. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Unbroken, episode 8 of season 2 of our Dragon Age actual play, TTRPG. And I'm just here playing and hosting. It's not just my show, it's everybody's show here. So, let's go around the table and everyone introduce themselves and their characters, starting with, of course, and the awkward question that we have to come up with. So, Emma, go ahead and take us away, fam.
Hi everyone, it's Emma, or Honolulu on the internet. I'm here helming the game today, and my question for the group is, what is the superior type of cake? Personally, I'm really into Madeira cake. I dig it.
What is that?
That's my answer.
I don't know.
You've never had Madeira cake? It's really nice.
I've
And
never
buttery
heard
and
of
it's
it.
not too sweet. I think you would be really into it because you don't want to have
But
too much
what is
icing with
it?
it. I don't know how to describe it. Google it. The internet will tell you.
Go educate yourself. I'm sorry.
Educate yourselves, everyone. Yeah.
I just wanted to know what cake it was.
As I recall, Madeira
it's a type
cake.
of sponge, yeah.
As I recall, Madeira cake kind of tastes like pound cake.
Ooh, I love pound cake.
Yeah, see, I don't know what pound cake. That's a very American thing. Maybe it's just what pound cake is called over here.
It could be.
Maybe.
It could be.
Although pound cake doesn't usually have like fruit in it, because Madeira cake has
No.
cherries, right?
Can do. Sometimes it's just plain.
Yeah. Maybe.
I'm going to Google exactly what it is, and I'll read it out to you after everyone has done their intros.
Okay.
Oh, well, it's me next. I am Friday. I will be playing Faywin, the formerly Circle Mage Elf. And I really love Russian honey cake, which is usually like layered, but it's made with like cooked caramelized honey, so it has this like graham crackery type of taste. It's so good. And whenever my Russian immigrant husband and I would go to like the Russian neighborhood of New York, we would get slices of honey cake from the vendors, and we started calling it face cake because when I saw them, I said I want to put my face in that cake. So we sometimes forget what it's actually called and just call it face.
Amazing.
Hi everyone, my name is Satan, and today I'll be playing Bella, the city elf rogue, and my favorite cake. I'm a chocolate type of girl. I like a nice, like, really good chocolate cake. They are very bad chocolate cakes sometimes, and I do not fuck with those. Really good chocolate cake with the raspberries and like ganache on top. Mmm, so good. It has to have some sort of crunchy bits on top though. Do with what you will. It can be many things.
Nice.
All right, and on my side, I will be playing Arlen, the big burly mountain man that's having a hard time in combat so far. I need to get better, or I need to roll better, one or the other. And naturally, Arlen is all about pound cake. A pound of everything, put that in the oven, and it's just delicious.
Nice.
Pound cake is really good, not gonna lie.
Alright, well, hey everyone. My name is Val, and I bring to you Robin Cadrick, the lowborn merchant dwarf of skin and hair products. And my superior cake, it has been made twice for me, both by my mom and by my husband. I will not say which one of them is better as to not face the wrath of either one, but it is a dark chocolate pumpkin cake with cream cheese frosting.
Oh.
You put the pumpkin in the cake batter.
Oh.
Yes. I saw it once in a Good Housekeeping magazine. I was turning 25. I looked at, and I was moving out that January. I was like, Bob, let's make this cake. And we did. And then Nick tried to compete like 10 years later. So they were both incredible cakes. So that's my favorite cake. Yeah, I have it apparently like once every like 6 years.
Very good. Just in case all of you are desperate to know, Madeira cake is a sponge or butter cake that's traditional over here, and it is delicately flavored with lemon and almond, apparently. Perfect for afternoon tea.
why I like it so much. I love almond flavor, anything.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Mm.
lemon's so subtle. It's nice. So I'm sure you're all riveted to know that.
I love cake. Um,
Hmm.
so, hey, if you want us to have cake and eat it too, you can do that with your bit subs and donations. I tried. I failed. Every 100 biddies here gives us a re-roll to anyone that you see. If you subscribe to the channel or gift subs, you can get auto crit successes. Auto successes with the 6-point stunt, which is like the equivalent of a crit success in this system. And if you would like to create an NPC, first, if you donate $5, you can give us all focus points, which is something you only get when you level up. And if you want to donate $10, you can create an NPC for um, for this for this campaign. We have had an NPC created. He is not made. Our good friend Silent donated, and we're only $5 away from having the Nug King appear in
Hmm.
donations. So if you want the Nug King to be a part of this campaign, that's how you do it. And look at Nightbot just letting us know what's going on. So with that, that's all I got. Go ahead and take us away as
Sure.
with a recap and stuff as I just go get some water because I realize how fucking thirsty I am.
That's all the chocolate cake.
Yep, it's all the cake.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Nightbot. You're doing Satan's work. Okay. Well, hi everyone. Welcome to the game. Last session, the group prepared for their journey to escort the mages south to the camp that is offering safety for apostates. The roads were noticeably quieter, causing Robin some concern for her papa. Arlen learned some new secrets about mages, mm, as well as another unusual dream. On the second day of their journey, the group notices some Templars up ahead, escorting three bound mages. With an ambush planned, the group attack and take down the five heavily armed people, and now find themselves bloody and standing over the corpses, two bound mages on the floor, and one standing, panting over the capture they had just killed with the magic they've been condemned for. In the aftermath of this battle, what are you doing, everyone? We're going straight back to the heat of battle has died down slightly. Some of you are hurt. A lot of you did a lot of hurt to these Templars. ATAB,
Tab.
A tab.
what are you doing?
Helping release the captured people. So cutting their bindings and helping them up off the floor because apparently they were being shut down.
Yes, two were. One seems to be human. It's a little hard to tell as they have a hood over their heads. Um, uh, seems to be human male. Other than that, it's difficult to discern exactly what else they look like. Although their robes seem kind of fancy and a little exotic. Something somewhat more recognizable, I suppose, to Bella. Another is a young looking elf with dark hair and pale skin who looks very scared at the moment, and you help them get up to their feet as well. And then there was the slightly more uh, switched on and aggressive looking mage who was rescued by Faywin, unbound, and went straight for the last Templar who was up, and with a hand on the metal helmet, point blank chain lightning into the Templar.
Just turned their head into a toaster.
Poetic
Pretty,
cinema.
pretty much. It's one of those things where you're like, "What's that? Oh, that's the smell of cooking Templar." So he's already standing and unbound, but you can help the other two to their feet. They look a little bewildered and rightfully so, scared and confused, but grateful to be getting unbound.
Does the gentleman in more exotic robes, is this
Mm.
more Antivan or is this more Three marshes.
You can roll a cultural lore check for me, which is in cunning. Just a straight cunning roll if you don't have it. It's not a massively high.
I believe I do. I do. 14.
Mm. It has more of a Ravani kind of feel to it.
Ravani.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's different to Antivan, but the two shared a lot of cultures, the way that certain Mediterranean countries and certain Middle Eastern countries kind of share a vibe, if you will, with shared history. So the two often interchange styles, but it does appear to be more Ravani.
I think,
especially given the piercings and
yeah,
ink and it's definitely more of a Ravani feel than it is.
I think Bella will kind of like talk to the group of people that were captured and just ask them, "Are you all okay? Are you hurt? Do you need anything at the moment? That is an emergency."
The elf who fried the Templar kind of walks over and puts a hand on the shoulders of the other two and looks to you as you ask this question. Nothing in the immediacy. We're okay.
All right.
Mostly.
Mostly, yes.
Thank you for doing that.
Of course. Mages, I assume, correct?
What gave it away?
Something about the lightning, the frying someone alive.
Observant.
Yes, very. If you're looking for safety, we are heading towards safety.
I see. Where is it you were heading?
I will kind of look to the people that are used to doing this to see if this is how, like, do they want me to continue and say more?
Shadow will give you a slow nod of the head.
It is near Lake Calenhad. There is a place for mages there, for refugees.
I guess it depends which one you're talking about. There's various places around the lake claiming safety for
It is one
mages.
that very close friends established. I know that means nothing to you as we do not know each other, but
can roll a persuasion.
Can I do so with like something because we just killed these Templars?
It affects the DC.
Okay. What do you want me to roll? Persuasion, you
Persuasion,
said?
yeah.
Okay. I'm good at
While she's having this conversation, I would just like to be going over to the Templars. Probably not the one whose head is fried, but taking off their helmets and seeing if I recognize any of them.
Okay. Absolutely.
14 for Bella.
Okay. He frowns a little, and just as he's about to talk, Shadow comes and just places a hand like at the back of your like at your elbow, and gives a tight smile. He's not very good at social things. It's not technically by the lake. It's further in towards the wilderness. I understand that there are places near the lake, I think to the south, that the rebel mages are going to. The rebellious rebel mages.
There's alliteration there.
Yeah. And Corin just kind of looks between the two and quirks a little eyebrow. Perhaps.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is not exactly for rebel mages, it's just for mages seeking safety from. She'll just point to the dead bodies of Templars.
Yes, we were We could probably go there for now. Lay low a little. Don't want to be caught near some smoking Templars.
No. But I do suggest if you want to help us to look at everyone, we could just throw them into this little lake right here and just their suits will
Considering
help
the
them
armor.
sink.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine.
As you're saying that, Faye, when you're pulling off the helmets, you notice that there are 3 male and 2 female Templars, it seems, and none are any that you recognize. It's a little tricky. You kind of leave alone the one that's smoking because the helmet's still kind of hot.
I assumed the face would come off with the helmet if I did
Yeah.
that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I could also suggest, Cheryl, if you want to keep these Templar outfits for any future need.
Hmm.
We could. The trouble with plate mail is it's very apparent when you're wearing plate mail that's not fitted to your body. But we
Just a
could
suggestion.
try. It always feels a bit.
If not, you can throw them in the lake with us. It's fine.
Yeah. Taking the clothing and armor off the dead is always not sat right with me. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a couple of sets. I just don't know how we're going to carry it. We could put it in the car, I suppose.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Faywin, are you alright?
Yes. I'm sorry that happened again.
Don't speak. It's alright. You did really well.
And the elf, who's not introduced himself yet, with braids in his hair, kind of turns to you, Faywin, with a slight tilt of his head. Have you had to fight with your magic before?
Not really, no.
It takes some time to get used to. That sort of thing. It happens. Especially when you're not used to causing harm with magic.
Yes, well, I'm glad that no one was hurt.
No one you care about was hurt.
Right. I think that you should come with us, at least for safety in numbers. You can decide where to go afterwards.
Yes. We're unsure where is safe. We were originally going to be going to Ravine, hoping the cultural outlook there would make it a little easier to exist. I'm Corin, by the way, and he'll extend the hand out first to Faywin as he's speaking to you, but to the rest of you as well.
Faywin.
This is Caliban, and he'll indicate to the other younger elf, and that's Jordan.
Don't they have circles in Ravine too?
Jordan nods their head. One.
Did they also fall?
I'm not sure. I haven't looked back since I escaped from there.
Oh.
This was a long time ago. But living as an apostate was better until recently. Now it no longer feels very safe. Not that it was ever safe, but
Less safe. Well,
So you're all transporting mages.
Speaking of which, I'm going to turn around and go back to our cart just to check on things. Like, oh yeah, we forgot we had those.
Be careful with Andril. She might bite your neck.
But she knows me, right?
Yeah.
Oh
Just
god.
don't sneak up on her.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna sneak up. I'm gonna go and make sure everybody's okay. I'm gonna knock on our own cart to.
Just say her name. She knows your voice.
Oh, that's right.
Whistle. Dogs like whistles.
Oh, and whistle I can.
Says the person who's terrible with animals.
Don't whistle.
There's a slight grin on Robin's face. Because, you know, trolling.
Robin, do you want Andril to rip his throat out? Because you can do that. You've seen it happen.
I just assumed that he knew I would be joking because, you know, I don't do well with animals. I assumed he knew me well enough at this point to realize. Anyway. Hi, I'm Robin. It's a turn to everyone.
Nice to meet you, Robin.
Yeah.
Let's get to the cart. Don't have to walk.
Sure. Shall we strip the Templars first?
Yes. If we're
So-
stripping them, we should find some large rocks to hold them down in the lake.
You want to tie rocks to their ankles and just let them
Yes.
sink?
Yes.
It's not really it's a relatively small body of water next to you.
Oh, I just saw a body of water.
Yeah.
Or throw them into the bushes to let the animals have fun with them. Eat them.
Well, let me
Circle of
see.
life and all that.
On the off chance, let me just look for any phylacteries.
That's
And I'll search the Templars to make sure they don't have anything.
Right.
But you know, if they have like something shiny and pretty, I'll just take that too.
If they just happen to have some accessories.
Yeah.
I mean, perception searching.
Where's my character sheet? Okay.
Searching, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perception searching.
That'll be just perception for me. Shit, not good.
Aw.
No phylacteries. Nothing overly shiny, although you do find on one they are wearing a pendant that is an Andrastian symbol of Andrasti with a flame around her.
Yeah. Well, he can keep that one.
Some shinies just aren't worth it. Okay. All right, Arlen, you get back. It seems that the two mages and the Tranquil are laying low inside the cart. When you get there, it seems that Andrew is doing her job really well, and that she doesn't start growling until you get within eyesight. So she's keeping quiet. And she'll start growling until she realizes it's you, and then she immediately like
It's like attack dog mode, and then it's like,
yeah.
oh, friend.
oh yeah, I know you. And she will lick your hand.
I'm going to sneak my hand in my pocket and give her a good dose of pocket bacon.
Pocket bacon. she's
Pocket
very happy.
bacon.
And I look at her and I say, "Don't tell Bella."
She does a slight head tilt. But you've started to figure out that these Mabari are not your average dogs, and they understand quite a lot.
So she won't tell. Got it.
Yeah.
Is everybody okay?
Yeah. We're okay. How are you all?
We
It's Elsie that's speaking up, the human mage.
we got a few scratches, but we dispatched of the Templars, and we
Oh.
are trying to see about making friends with these mages that were captured by them, seeing if they either want to accompany us or at least making sure they're friendly to us, toward us.
Yeah, I suppose not all of them are. Is anyone hurt or need healing?
Uh, yeah, we got a beating,
Okay,
and we
I
have
can help.
absolutely no potions at all.
Oh, I see. That's unfortunate. You should probably get some. The roads are very dangerous.
They are. Next time we will replenish what we can. But yes, we do have a few wounds. Woundeds? Words.
Yeah, I can help.
Okay.
I have healing magic, so
Come. I'll help you down.
okay. She'll kind of take your hand and hop out of the cart.
All right. Andrew, keep doing a good job.
Tongue lolls out.
I'm unsure if you understood that part, but okay. All right, I'm gonna come back to the
does that.
party.
Okay. Yeah, Andrew just does that. You know that bump?
Oof. Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, everyone has nearly 20 potions. He's just being a little shit.
Oh no, I'm hurt. Oh.
Medic.
We don't have any
She'll-
potions.
Yeah, she will heal you on the way there, Arlen, for 10.
I mean, I'm also a healer, but don't mind me.
Yeah.
Hey, when have you got your magic back?
Yes.
It'd be bad by now, yeah.
Is anyone like visibly hurt?
Oh.
No! Oh no! I'm sorry. I'm going to cast heal on Bella.
I'm
I'm
about
at half my hit points.
I'm at
Oh
a
no!
third of my hit points. I'm down 20 points of my hit points, so I'm not quite half. Yeah. I'm like closing in on half, but no, I'm not half.
Yeah. So you can definitely heal people. Although again, they do have a lot of potions.
I'm just gonna take a potion. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
I'm going to heal Bella for 11 hit points.
Okay.
Bella will pass a potion to Cheryl, and if they need more topping up, she'll let the mages mage.
Yeah. Sure, he'll definitely take a potion. He took a fair beating last time. Okay. So 18 is not bad. Okay. It helps. But he seems like a trooper who would rather other people get healed first anyway. Okay. So while you guys are getting yourself started out, yes?
The Templars, do they have their weapons? Are they rather unique, or are they just like standard, like swords and stuff?
I mean, they are just sort of, there's nothing special about them. The hilts are all, it seems like a standard issue for Templars. So on the hilt there is definitely the sign of like a sunburst. So other than looking uniquely like the long swords that are standard issue for Templars, nothing stands out about them as being
Okay.
what you would have.
I wanted to see if it would be a good idea for us to just grab at least the weapons. We can resell that, but nah, that's identifiable. I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
So you're a Templar killer, huh?
I guess it depends who you're selling to.
I know a few people you could sell it to that won't mind, but they're backing on Tiva, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, we would have to cross the sea again. I'm not quite ready for that just yet.
I did roll a 16 on my searching when I was.
Oh, you were searching as well.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Sure. So you find collectively between the couple that you're looking at, about 50 silver. They didn't carry a lot, but there was enough there for anything that they might need on their journey.
Mm-hmm.
You find that a lot of them are wearing emblems that kind of denote that they're kind of part of the order, so that even if they were in their casual clothes, they would still have it. And you find folded up inside the breastplate of one of them is a little painting of a woman and two children, and like a little dog making like a goofy face beside them. So that the artist is clearly trying to capture the dog, because it's got one of those ones where like their head goes to the side and the tongue just kind of lolls out.
I'm gonna look at the back of the painting to see if there's anything on there.
Yeah, there would be some names.
To my loving husband and father.
Yeah.
Not and.
My loving husband and my father.
Yeah,
and the kids. The dog is the husband.
I went with an idea and I just got confused halfway.
Well, he's a husband to the wife and a father to the children and the dog.
Yeah.
And the dog.
So you see Caroline, and then it's got Wendy and Marcus, but they're like written, like the kids have clearly tried to write their own names.
Robin is gonna look at this. Like, y'all probably see her going through some stuff. Like, she's picked out the silver and she's standing up and she, like, looks at the painting and she turns it around and you just see, like, a horrified look on her face. Like, of guilt and shame and, like...
You alright, Robin?
What do you find there?
She just holds it up. A picture of his family.
Are you sure it's his family?
Oh.
It might belong to one of them.
I don't think that they would have put... They're all human. They're all human, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the picture. They look all human. And it's a Mabry, I'm guessing, the dog?
No, it looks more like a greyhound or whippet.
Like a greyhound or whippet, and I'll just be like, nope, it's definitely it's definitely his wife and his children. So I don't think people just steal family portraits from other people.
Robin.
Go ahead.
Bad people also have people that love them.
Yeah, that is true.
Bella kind of looks at it, and you see a strange kind of like cold and hard look come over her face as she just kind of like shrugs and then walks away. Think of all the families they've left without their loved ones.
It doesn't
make it any better, no, but...
It doesn't make it better. None of this is better. Someone that they love is still not going to come home to them.
No.
So, it just, I think, goes to show that the lines are more blurry than they are solid. And I'm going to fold it up and I'm going to put it like back in on his person, because I'm not going to take the picture of this guy's family. And I'm going to just leave kind of sad. Like, she's not mourning the fact that this guy is dead, but she is empathetic to the sadness of the family, if that makes sense.
Yep. While the conversation is happening, Shara and Dara have taken off just 2 sets currently of armor and sort of ferrying it up towards the cart because it's quite heavy. Plate mail is very heavy, so they go to put it up there and then just sort of move the bodies and lay them at the side of the road. But they're not. They're still respectful in the way that they're doing it. It seems. I'm not sure if any of you guys are helping with that particular task, but they clear the road at least.
Ella would help, but it's more of like a blank. She she'll help and do it how they're doing it, but it's kind of like a blank look on her face.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also help. I mean, at this point, we just need to get going. It's
Mhm.
Yeah.
We did what we had to do. If we weren't here to do well, to have basically killed them, they would have either killed the mages who are probably innocent. So they're obviously not exactly the best people in the world.
This line of work, you have to face the fact that you will also take lives and do atrocious things, things you
In
don't
order
exactly
to,
agree with.
sorry, I have learned from people like this, in order to think that other people are inferior, they also must have people they think of as superior. That's the way of it.
Well, should we get going?
Hop up on my construct. My
Mhm.
no.
I'm going to go back onto the cart. Is there like a tarp of sort on top?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to. Is there any room, enough room for me to stand up on the little ledge thing so I can just get a better vantage point? Although we have Rocky Boy here that's just taller than a building. I want to make sure
um,
we're not surprised by anything again.
yeah, are you standing up at the front of the cart, do you mean?
Mm-hmm. In
Uh,
the shotgun position, I'm going to stand up.
yeah, you can do that. You'll probably want to try and make yourself like in the middle of the sort of bench area, just because you're a tall lad.
No, no, that's not what you were going for. You didn't want me to start tilting the cart one side because I'm so big and strong.
Because you're a tall lad. Yeah,
Yes.
a unit of a man. Yes, you can stand up though if you wish to do keeping an eye on things basically.
Oh, yes.
Um, the
Bella
other
will
three mages do.
continue. Go ahead.
No, the
I
other
was
three mages are going to come and just kind of get into the cart, basically.
I was gonna say that when they start going again, Bella's gonna continue to walk on ahead to keep an eye out
Mm-hmm.
to search ahead in case anything like this pops up again.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. Dara is going to drive the cart just now, and Shara is going to be up front keeping an eye so that you can see where the camp is. Dara's going to lean back into the cart with whoever is sitting in there and just be like, all right, everyone ready to go?
Mhm.
Let's go.
All right.
Who's driving this beast? By the way, I forgot. Is somebody?
Dara's going to be driving the car just now.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, with everyone in and settled, Fabian, are you in the cart?
I will. Yeah, I'll stay in the cart.
Because you were sitting down originally, looking out the back.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I'll take up that position again.
Okay. All right. So you guys set off. Dara informs the people in the cart and the three new mages mostly, but also for the rest of you, that by nightfall you should be at the location. and as he sets off, the young elven mage is just gonna look over at Faywin hesitantly and a little shyly at first. Are you from the circle?
Yes. Ostwick.
That's quite far away.
Did you all come from the same place?
No. I was originally in the Jainin circle. You might have a bit of an awareness of Jainin. It is actually, let me just double check you guys are actually on the map. You are. The Jainin circle is up in the islands just to the north of Ferelden, in the Waking Sea Banor, because there's two, well, I would say currently active, previously currently active circles in Ferelden. We just know very firmly one of them. So I was there, and well, when it fell, I just ran.
He does not have Valaslian, right?
Mm-mm. No. Neither does Corin. Corin has like paint he has actively put on his face, but he doesn't have Valastin.
Were you taken from your clan as a child too?
Oh no, I'm from a town.
Oh, I see. From an alienage.
Yeah. And so I was put to the circle when I was quite young. Corin there was born in one.
Really?
Mm-hmm. His parents were circle mages. Apparently.
Can't imagine they were pleased with that.
No. No, they weren't.
Impressive they managed it, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't suppose he's ever met his parents before.
Right.
I just, well, they stumbled on me. I'm not really built for, the wilderness. So I was in a bit of a sorry state when they found me.
Well, you're with us now.
Yeah.
And once we get to our destination, we can all choose whether we want to take up arms or not.
Right. Yeah. It's all a bit scary, really. I thought the harrowing was really scary. Seems like a walk in the park now. Are you scared?
Of course I am.
Okay.
I have not done magic to harm people before, and believe me, it felt good to do it, but there is still something in me that says no.
Yeah. I suppose we have a choice. It's like when people pick up weapons, you can choose to spend your life hurting other people or choose to be the people trying to make other people's lives better.
Yes, but I don't know in this circumstance, I want to believe that there is a choice to be gentle, but everything that isn't taking up arms in some way to me seems like cowardice. I wish we didn't have to make that choice.
Yeah.
But if it weren't for Ostwick's rebels, I would still be there. I wouldn't think even for a moment of escaping. Even though I was miserable. So I owe them a lot. The ones who chose to rebel.
Yeah. I didn't really have that hard of a time once I was there. I think I was lucky that we had people who were somewhat kind to us. And it felt a little. I was surrounded by people who understood my magic, and it was different to before I left. I caused a bit of a fire. It was an accident. It was not what I intended to do at all. But the way people looked at me, I didn't ever want to see that again. I felt safer, I suppose. I don't know if that's naive of me.
You felt safer in the circle because you didn't want to hurt anyone accidentally.
Yeah. Or have people think of me as some kind of monster. At least there was other mages there who understood what it was like. But the people who captured us, they weren't nice. So I don't know how I feel. Seems I'm just going to be scared no matter where I go.
Well, we shall have to keep an eye on each other's magics.
Yeah. The other two, they're much better at it, and they seem more confident in themselves. So it's been nice to be with them. I feel a little less lost.
I think that an accidental fire is nothing compared to what you could do on purpose if pushed to it.
Yeah. We may just become terrible things when we're pushed. And he'll get a little quiet, just kind of sit watching the land kind of pass by as the cart continues to move. Okay. So the road is unfolding before you. Again, it is not any of the official roads that you are on. It's a slightly bumpier ride than one would like on a cart. But it seems that the cart, as we discussed last time, had been retrofitted with effectively a suspension. It's had delish modifications to handle the outdoors.
And we all know
Uh,
that the Dalish are really good carpenters. Like,
yes, they are. You were incredibly impressed when you first encountered an Aravel, um, or their land ships, as they are colloquially known. But you progress, maybe some quieter than others, with various emotional emotions thrust upon you in the aftermath of what has occurred. Eventually, you see Shardo kind of slow down, indicate for you to stop as well, Bella, and for the cart to hold up a hand. And he starts to look around, kind of hops up onto a rocky outcropping to get a view. He seems to be looking for something, it seems.
I'm going to get down too and go behind the cart to make sure we're not being followed or anything.
Okay, sure. Do a perception for me. You can use seeing if you have it, or hearing, depending on the kind of information you want.
Eesh.
Smelling. Sure. Does it smell like danger?
It would be 14. Actually, no, it would be 12 because somehow I didn't take my +2 for smelling.
Okay. Sure.
I have 2 perception plus a 2 for seeing.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So 12.
+2 for okay, yeah. If you just try to click on the seeing one next time, but yes, that's fine. There you go.
Why the fuck is not working? Huh, I'll look it up.
Okay. It doesn't seem that you are being followed. This is not it wouldn't be a well-traveled road at the best of times. But this is not the best of times. Some roads are even quieter than they usually are. So you do not see or hear anyone. Eventually, Charlotte will kind of hop down and go to you first, Bella, as you were kind of with him up at the front of the charge. The camp is just along this area. It's easier that people walk there.
Start helping everybody out of the Aravel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It seems that Darren knows the drill as well. He is starting to get the cart off the road and unhitching the horse to take the horse, because the horse will manage itself. It is the cart that might not manage up the gorge. So while he gets that sorted, the rest of the mages and the two tranquil kind of come out of the cart looking a little apprehensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's also dark. Or getting dark at least. It's kind of hitting that kind of twilight light. But you guys are ready to head up into the area.
Bella will kind of like help everybody out with whoever wants to help and kind of start setting them like the mages in the middle to be protected.
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of like a wall around them of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you can get that sorted. Shara will come and kind of address the mages. But again, this is your first time going into this camp as well. We're going to be walking for about 10 minutes. It's not easy terrain. It's probably to our benefit that it is in the dark. But just careful footing. Watch out for each other as we go.
Are we expecting a lot of people?
Yeah, I'm not sure how many might have joined since we were last here, but there was about 20 or 30 people.
Okay.
Some may have moved on. Some may have come and found the camp.
It might be a good idea for us to send someone ahead of time just to let them know that people are coming, not to be surprised by a gang of
A lot.
12.
Dara usually deals with that.
Oh, okay.
But yes, you're right. There will be people on guard. Okay, if we're ready to go, I'm sure Finch will manage okay. Is he good at climbing?
Yeah, he will be fine. I'm sure.
All right. Dara hands off the horse to someone, walks past Robin and kisses your cheek, gives you a little cheeky smile and a wink, and then seems to just start moving on ahead of the group. And given that it's darker colors, and he and Shadow are both wearing that sort of like um, browns and greens in color, and in the dark, actually, it makes them really quite well camouflaged. He seems very good at that kind of thing and seems to just disappear from view for a little bit.
You can hear a gasp coming from Arlen after the kiss, like,
Yep. But yes, you guys all are able to make your way up. He was correct. It's a good 10-15 minutes of walking. And it doesn't seem like you're going anywhere that could be housing that many people. You're not seeing much light at all, actually. Um, but eventually you come to an area that does have this sort of naturally created gorge, um, of quite a decent height. Um, and once you get around enough of a corner, you see that there is light within, but rather cleverly, because of the nature of the way the gorge works, there's the natural stone walls, and there's also dark fabrics and tarps that are kind of up over the top that are creating a little bit of shelter for the light um, within the gorge itself. And as you head in, you can see two or three decently sized tents, and a few other areas kind of like set off to the side, and a couple campfires as well. And you are greeted with quite a few uh, faces turning and looking at you all as you enter. They need to expect you coming, as you can see Dara standing there. He's clearly let them know who is coming. And you have entered into a little sanctuary for the mages. Also, Silent Eddie, smooches. What kind of show you all been on? A Dragon Age one. That's the answer. It's all the smooching. Smooching is tame. Tame for the Dragon Age. But yes, you all kind of make your way in. Shadow starts to lead the mages that you guys had been escorting. He leads them over to the side and starts to speak with someone. Seems to be making some kind of introductions. The three that you guys had rescued are sticking a little closer to you right now, but are looking around and just sort of getting a lay of the land. You get the impression, and it's entirely understandable, that mages right now, especially that have been out in the road or through what they have, are just a little twitchy when around other people, not knowing who to trust. But yeah, you guys are brought in. Eventually, Sharon will come back over to you all and give you a bit of a smile. We can stay here for the night. There'll be room for us. And you can meet the people that are here. How are y'all feeling?
it's been a day. I think we're all pretty tired.
Yeah.
Well, there are some people it means very little to me. It might mean more to you. Fairwin, we do have a senior enchanter here, and someone who works under her. And he'll indicate over to a gentleman. Um, and you can see he was standing towards the entrance of this little sort of like alcove. Um, was not standing on guard, weapon up when you entered, because they knew you were coming, but you can see that he does have some armor on, and is holding a sword. And you can see whether it's like something akin to acid or burning or something has sort of like removed the emblem of a Templar from the front of his armor.
Hmm. Either ex Templar or just taking off a fresh corpse.
No, he is an exemplar,
Ah, good
but
choice.
he's been protecting them. So, but feel
For
free
how
to get.
long?
He left one of the circles with some of the mages that are here and protected them. So maybe a month or so. But yeah, you can introduce yourself if you like. I can introduce you to people. Um, we can get you some food. Get us comfortable for the night.
Like to the ones that were the mages they helped. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming you're all hungry and thirsty.
Always.
Just a collection of nods from them,
Mm.
and Corin kind of sort of does the little head tilt towards the campfire. It's been a while since we've eaten.
Come on then. Shiro, can you let me know where I can lead them to?
Of course, yeah. And he'll walk with you and the three mages, and he can indicate that the others can also follow as well. Towards the back, there's a slightly larger fire that has a couple sort of like standing pots over it. And as you approach, and he kind of gives a little hand wave, you see the person who's standing there starts to like spoon in some manner of stew, it seems, into bowls and starts to hand it out to you.
She'll make sure they have all the mages that they are helping have food first and are comfortable and all that.
Yeah, absolutely. As the bowls are kind of getting spooned and handed over to you all, definitely Faywin, although the others you might have seen it before. The person who's kind of doing the spooning actually does have Valislane, although it's very fair. Um, and he has red hair, just like a tuft of red hair. And the yellow one that uh, Faywin would recognize as the Mythal symbol, I believe, is the tree. Sort of passes the bowls out to all of you. We don't have any bread, sorry.
No, this is good. Thank you.
Working on it though. Someone says they know how to make like a little clay oven thing. Well, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but
I mean, this is supposed to be a sort of temporary situation, correct? Or
sure, temporary, yeah. Yeah.
oh, that kind of temporary. Got it. Okay.
Oh yeah. For the time being.
If we have a few glass bottles, it'll help with the little oven. I'm sure we have some empty ones we could bring.
Sure, I mean if you have empty glass bottles, it'll also be useful for getting the water.
Yeah. Whatever you need. You don't have to answer right now, but it obviously.
yeah. There's just there's a lot of things that we would need that are just not possible. So it's fine. We're making do.
Nice. Well, um, there's no hurt in asking. You never know.
Sure, yeah, of course. I imagine we'll probably need more blankets with more people coming and joining us. Um, that would be good. Or just warmer clothes. Some of these mages just have the clothes on their backs.
Okay, keep that in mind. Maybe on the next
Sure.
trip over, we'll pack some stuff up for everyone.
Oh yeah, great, thanks. I haven't seen you guys before. Are you
Well, friends
joining
of
them now, or?
friends of Shara and Dara and them.
Okay, yeah.
helping where we can. What's
Mm-hmm.
your name?
I'm Gallus.
Bella.
Nice to
She'll
meet you.
put her hand out. Yeah.
Yeah, let's shake your hand. Yeah, nice to meet you.
This is Andrew. She'll pat the dog that
Oh.
held up to like her chest. Probably.
Nice name for a dog.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What can I say? She's good at hunting.
Well, I'd hope it'd be a really weird name if she wasn't.
She helped take down a great bear.
Oh, well. Yeah, definitely fits her namesake then.
It does. Um,
She hasn't like disappeared into the void and gone a bit crazy, has she? I'm just kidding. There's some water over there.
That Yar stare about the fade. Ugh. Just kidding. Right.
Yeah. There's water over there in the barrel.
Thank you.
It's mostly fresh. It's fresh.
Yeah. Do what you can, but thank you.
You're welcome.
She'll just settle down and eat her friends.
Mm-hmm.
Give Andrew some snacks. I think I bought, because I have it. Oh. Sorry, I just saw the picture of the guy. I hadn't seen it. I was like, oh, okay. Hello. She'll kind of. I'd like to think she has like little bowls, like wooden bowls that she takes out for Andrew that she has in her bag, and she has like I have 2 pounds of dried meat that I'm gonna.
Mm-hmm.
Just half of that's probably gone in one sitting.
Yeah. I mean, you'll have been using it over the past however long, but yeah, you can get her fed. She finishes it pretty quickly, and then a bowl of stew is kind of like it's going to go to someone else, and she does like the thing that all animals are really good at of like, for me, that's for me. Oh, thank you.
Is that for me?
So she's given a bowl of stew as well.
Yeah.
But it's got roughage in there, some carrots.
Don't spoil her too much.
Oh, so I should stop giving her bacon?
I knew it was you.
Andrew just does like this slow head turn towards you.
And I just get my hand out of my pocket. And I
Give her bacon. She
slowly.
deserves
Okay, I put the bacon in the bowl.
Yeah, there's some big butt wiggles.
Oh, look at those.
I want
Could
some
take a-
bacon.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, same.
This dog gets fed
eventually,
better
well,
than
you
most
guys-
of us.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
As a good Mabari should.
She's
Sure.
a big girl. She needs lots of food, and she's really good at what she does. She deserves it.
I mean, same. Like.
You're just describing me.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. So as you guys are kind of offered up some stew, it's the best they could do in this kind of situation, but it's a hot meal. And you get some water. Eventually, 2 people walk towards you. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Dun dun dun.
And stab you right in the heart.
Haha.
Metaphorically.
Just kidding. Unless. You see a woman whose hair is all sort of like swept back into a bun at the back of her head. She has robes that are on. They definitely seem quite grand, but even just under the firelight, you can see that she's had to wear these for a while in this kind of environment. So there's like a little bit of wear and tear. The bottoms of her cloak and her robes are muddy. But she's still holding herself with an air of grace and poise as she approaches with 2 hands clasped in front of her. You can tell that this woman doesn't have that air of I am important and you're going to respect me, but just has that air of importance just naturally built in. People tend to turn heads to look at her. And then this gentleman who has sort of like rugged dark hair, a beard, clearly hasn't shaved in a while, and he has the armor that's clearly seen a lot of use with the big scorched out front part of his armor, and he's approaching to the back and slight side of her, but his hand is resting on the hilt of his sword. He's not holding it like he's about to pull it out, but there's just this air of caution.
He's always ready.
Yeah, yeah. But they both kind of approach you guys as you were sat there. And she speaks up, holding a hand out to wave towards you all. Well, it is good to see new faces joining the cause.
It's good to join the cause.
You are the enchanter.
Yes. Formerly senior enchanter, Corliss.
Pleasure.
Indeed. I was wondering if perhaps we could have some introductions. You understand we are cautious about who comes into this space. It is important that we know who is here.
Of course.
You know my name, of course, and this is... And you can see her, like, hesitate, like she's got an introduction for him that she would normally give, but just sort of catches herself. This is Emerson.
It's good to meet you. I'm Bella.
Nice to meet you, Bella. It's an Antivan accent, is it?
Yes. Yes. But it's a bit far away from home, yes.
Quite. It's not quite the sunny shores of your country.
No, but I'm alright leaving home to help the people that need it.
No, I'm sure you have not travelled all this way just for this. Not that
No,
you
I
have to tell me why you've travelled, but, you know.
No, my path has just led me here. And I do not complain.
I see.
This is Andrew. She'll pat them.
Lovely.
Are they both standing?
Yes.
I'm going to stand up, dust my pants and my bacon hand, and I'm going to I know, and I'm going to offer my hand to both of them and introduce myself.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Yeah. Emerson's hesitant at first, looks at your hand, looks at you, and then eventually kind of reaches out to shake it. He doesn't seem the sort to do like friendly introductions and be smiling, but he shakes your hand, and it's a good firm handshake.
Same.
And she reaches out and shakes your hand without any hesitation. You might think that a woman of certain airs or graces with a burly mountain man with bacon grease on his hand would be a little hesitant to shake your hand, but she doesn't flinch and gives it a handshake.
I should have
Nice to
let
meet you.
Andrew clean my hand before I shook it. So there would be no grease, of course.
But
And
there's
dog
dog
slobber.
slobber.
No, I understand. Anyways,
I actually use dog slobber in some of my concoctions. They will tend.
Is that why you always ask me to spend time with Andrew?
It's probably why she
here I
doesn't
am
like
shaking
me.
hands.
She's finishing shaking your hand and slowly pulls the hand away,
Yeah.
looking at the conversation going on.
There's some
That's very good at breaking down certain chemicals, of course.
there's some antiseptic qualities to it as well. Oh, hi. Name's Robin. Concoction extraordinaire of hair care and body products of Cadric beauty supplies.
Oh,
Out of Ozabar. Yeah,
wonderful. It's been a long time since I've had any skin or hair care.
I have samples.
Oh, well. Maybe in the morning then. It is lovely to meet you.
Thanks. You too.
A fascinating craft that you have.
Well, some people really, really, really don't like calluses. Sometimes people have acne they need to take care of, dry scalp. And she just starts like listing like ailments, like split ends.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the Maybelline thing with my hair.
A tougher sell on some Freldons. I'm sure some of them seem quite content with their calluses.
She
Mm,
does all of our hairs.
I do everyone's hair here. You know what? I haven't done Faywin's hair yet, only because like he hasn't asked. But I will do your hair, Faywin, if you want.
Before I was taken, I had very long hair. I don't know what to do with it now.
Oh, it's okay. I'll do something to help promote hair growth. If that's what you want.
Yes, I'd like that. Faywin is doing the thing where he's looking at the enchanter, but he just like keeps darting his eyes at the ex-Templar, like
She eventually will look at you
like
because
for safety purposes, just checking that he's still there.
Yeah. She will look at you as you're the last for the introductions, and tilts her head in a way that it's got reminiscent feels from people that you've known in the circle. There is a certain genuine care, almost in a maternal way, the way that like a really good teacher that you've had in your past. You know, we all have that one teacher who just
That we
cared
accidentally
for us
call
in a way that we
mom.
really appreciate.
Mhm.
Well, no, They're just
No,
Well,
that's
no.
just you.
I mean, maybe, but they seem to have a genuine care for the people that they look after. And she kind of tilts her head and gives you an expression thing when that's maybe just ever so slightly jarring for a moment because she might remind you of someone that you've known. And what's your name?
Faywin.
Nice to meet you, Faye. And she'll lean down a little to shake your hand, the way that she has with others, and she'll just place a hand on your upper arm with the other free hand and say, "It's all right. He's not like the others, I promise."
Yes, let me guess. He realized that mages were people the moment he decided he wanted to put his dick in one of them.
Ooh.
Oh. No.
I sit straight up.
Although,
Bella's like sitting right next to him with an arm. Like,
Like we're all like we're all looking at Faywin like bated breath. Like,
yeah, but she has this air of complete calm and collectedness over it, and she'll give you a little smile. No, although I have known many that are that way. So I understand completely where that comes from.
Well, I'm sorry, I just haven't.
I know. A lot here. It's difficult. It's a very difficult time. Although most of us have always had a difficult time. But he is protecting us. And he has protected us and defended us from his brethren for some time now. So I know that you have no reason to immediately feel comforted by that.
Well, I have no reason not to believe you.
True. Doesn't mean the instincts go away, though.
If you both don't mind me interjecting, may I ask why he suddenly felt the need to protect the people he was subjugating?
Oh, he always used to protect. Naturally, the job role that they're meant to have in how it is written down on paper is to guard and protect the mages as well as those outside of the circles from any harm. That's the official line. And I know that many do not follow that, or at least take it to a certain extreme. But he was always genuinely
Different.
protective and defended, even when, well, prior to the circles falling. So I think it was a case of, well, I don't want to speak for him, but he's not exactly the talkative sort. Sometimes when you get into a situation, it is not what you originally were told it was going to be when you or yourself are but a child. And you can leave, or you can try to be a force for good in the situation you have found yourself in.
She'll look to Faywin to see how he's taking that explanation.
Mm-hmm.
He's cagey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's given that Emerson sus.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say she just has her hand like in a protective way over on like Faywin's like shoulder blade or back,
Mhm.
kind of like she's here in case you need it, like comfort type of thing. 'Cause these are also strangers we just met, even if what she is saying is the truth.
Mhm.
What is your intention for this place?
We're not sure at the moment. I find myself a little conflicted with what is going on right now. And, well, and this is probably the first moment that you see the cool and calm, collected sort of like, she's got that energy that would usually calm another person, you know, just kind of, we've all met these kind of people. But there's a little crack, and you can see that she seems genuinely scared, even a little afraid. So the act drops slightly when talking about plans for the future. Of course, many are heading south. The King of Ferelden has given rebel mages of his country a place near Redcliffe. But I'm not sure yet that that is what I want for myself, and those that are here are mostly in agreement with that. They have certain views that are perhaps not which we feel also.
The king is taking them in. Is it in exchange for some kind of fealty?
No, I don't think so anyway. I've encountered King Alistair a couple of times, and he seems genuine in his concern for our plight. I think he understands that the situation is not something that it can be helped. And so he's offered a place in the Redcliffe Arling for the rebel mages. I suppose it is perhaps seen as a way of curbing any conflict or violence.
Bella just has like not impressed looked on her
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, I actually have some out of character questions. So, in our timeline, Alistair's king.
Alistair is king, yes.
Who is he married to? If he's married.
He is not married.
He is not married. Did he
Ooh,
romance the
single.
hero for Elden?
Yeah.
Was the hero
And
from
Hero for Elden.
was a mage?
Yeah. Yes.
Yep. All right. Does
And-
Robin know
and-
this?
Perish doing it. Yes.
Okay.
Robin would know because the hero for Elden was an elf and was a mage, and she died to save Frelin.
Yeah, Bella's good. Not Bella. Robin is going to pipe up, and it's like that. Honestly, makes a lot of sense considering King Alistair's past with the hero.
Yes.
I would be surprised if he had different opinions, I suppose, than how he's proceeding now.
Since the Blight and coming to his throne, a lot of his decisions seem to come from a genuine care, not just about the plight of mages, but just for his people. I haven't had reason to doubt it, but there's a natural instinct to feel caution, and I understand why many do feel that way. Currently, however, I have a political difference with the mages in Redcliffe, and I don't know yet if I want to throw my lot in with them. Our first enchanter, as those who survived the White Spire, they've all traveled. They are no longer here. They've gone to, where's the place? Andorel's Reach, that's what it is. They've all gone to the north of Orlais, with many other mages seeking shelter and defense. But that's a very long way to travel.
Certainly is.
Well, as hopefully you can understand, I'm conflicted and I have people here under my care that I must think about.
Some people have to run to a safe place, and others have to make the place that they're living in safe. I gotcha.
Yes.
Seems like your plans for this place is safety.
Yes.
That's enough for the moment.
Absolutely. It is about safety and care, and we have some young mages here who, with heightened emotions, we have to make sure they're not going to be a danger to themselves. It was a challenge to get here in the first place when fleeing from conflict, and a few didn't make it. They succumbed to those which prey on us when we are at our most afraid. So, that is what we are doing currently, and my intention right now is to keep us safe and alive and well and not causing anyone any harm, most especially ourselves.
Well, you'll need more help if you want this place to be more permanent.
Yes, well, I'm hoping. I know that our divine is seeking to create some kind of peace, I believe. So hopefully this will not be permanent.
Hopefully.
Yes.
In the immediate time, how many people know about this camp? Outside of, well, those who are here right now.
Not many. We are very thankful to um, the people who have been escorting people here. They have communication channels that can um, pick up when there are mages looking for safety without actively looking for them. And when they get that information, they can pass on ways to come here safely. I believe they have a system that they are confident is working. So far, it has. We're doing mostly okay, although not terribly far from here. I believe there are some of the people who were formerly Templars have situated themselves nearby. Not that they seem to know that we're here, but
Do you know how many?
no, we haven't dared get close. It's just
Okay.
something. We have a couple people who are here that go hunting for food, and when they have, they've noticed increased activity in an abandoned little farmhouse. So that's a worry because while there are people here who could defend this place, we don't have to. We don't want to resort to using our magic for that. It could draw too much attention our way, and I won't have my young students fighting.
No. I can't speak for my entire group, but we are adept at fighting, so we could possibly take a look at it.
You are all looking a little bloody, if you don't mind me saying.
It's part of the lifestyle, I suppose.
A chosen lifestyle.
I suppose.
Well, I would appreciate it, of course. We haven't asked those who are the guides and escorts of the other mages to get involved because we don't want to risk them perishing for this because currently they're the only lifeline we have right now. And I don't want to impose.
Sure.
We do have a couple of mages who have come from out with circles known to us from further afield, including those that you've brought. Some seem keen to fight and defend, but I have insisted on caution. And those who really want to fight have been traveling south to Redcliffe, so
They can fight and defend right here should danger come your way.
absolutely. And I myself am no stranger to defending myself, so
Bella will look to her group and say, is looking at this situation something that you're all keen on? Yes, no, possibly.
We are supposed to go back to I Ever, aren't we? Mm-hmm.
I do.
It's as much as
Possibly. How far away, Cordless, is this farmhouse?
um just a small handful of hours, I think. It's not terribly far because our hunters don't go too far afield. And they could see it off in the distance. So, yes, having not seen it myself, I can't give you a very accurate estimation, but not days.
Oh,
That's
she'll-
why it's such a worry.
Yeah. She'll turn back to her group and say, well, I do have a meeting that is a personal matter, and I am do not feel comfortable leaving them so close to danger just to have a meeting.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Spending some time to make sure they at least get adequate rest
Yes.
Indeed. We
before
can
being
definitely
in
go
danger
and
again.
we can definitely go take a look and see what's what that farmhouse.
Yes.
Carlos, if you don't mind me asking, I'm assuming you are self appointed head of the situation here.
In a way, yes.
While I know this place is temporary, it is best to help accommodate when possible. So, like my group has said, we are willing to go and take a look at this, but have you considered certain long term things you could adopt for the people here? I don't know if you know if the land here is good for growing crops or some sort of fruit or vegetables.
Um, I have not. The land. We can assess if it seems like it is going to take that long, but being out with the walls of this area is very dangerous for our kind. And we are given effectively shipments of things from um, those that you came with to help keep us fed.
You can
And
grow something close here. Doesn't have to go out.
well, someone would still need to go and tend to it. If it becomes long term, perhaps, but we wouldn't stay in this area if it was going to be long term.
No. Just something to think about if you are moving somewhere where it is long term.
We'll see what happens.
Alright.
I appreciate all that you have already done and that which you have proposed you will do. Naturally, there's very little I can offer you as repayment, but if there is anything at all, you need only ask. We're limited in what we can, but I would see you repaid in some way.
I myself am just fine for a bowl of stew and a safe night.
Yes. Keep protecting the people as you've been doing.
Yes, I intend to. Um, I will leave you all. But if you have any questions, you can find myself and Enchanter Kaelin in the tent just over there, and she'll indicate to one. And you can see a rather striking blonde woman, although it's sort of platinum, almost white. Let me just. Oh, wow.
No, damn.
Yeah, strong bone structure, and you can see her speaking to two younger mages. They must be like maybe 13 and maybe a 16-year-old. She's speaking to them currently. Again, much like Corliss, she is dressed in what should be really quite fine mage's robes, but they're showing a little bit of wear and tear. And she is having a conversation with the two of them outside the tent that Corliss has indicated. So you can come to us primarily for any official questions or requests that you have. There are others who are here. Sure, you can speak to anyone if you're looking for some information.
Alright.
But we'll be trying to see to a place for those that you've brought to us so that they can get shelter together.
Have anybody here that knows how to Make garments, clothes.
No,
All right.
fortunately not. um, there are a couple who I believe know how to mend things. There's been a lot of that going on.
Next shipment, I will try and get you all a clothes, fresh clothes, warm clothes, blankets.
Sure.
So everyone here.
We've
Some
had
essentials, basically.
Yes.
Yes. Well, the the people who escort the mages down here, they provided us with quite a lot in the beginning. Um, they took a collection from the alien age, in fact, um, so that we had some basic warm cloaks and blankets, and there was some pillows. And it was very kind of them.
I'm sure
But
you're due for another shipment of that.
yes, yes, especially with more arriving. Um,
You will have
it's
it,
appreciated.
of course.
Well, I'll leave you all to your meal. There's an area over there that there are already some bedrolls. If you have your own things for sleeping on, then that would be good.
We have our own. Don't worry about us.
Right.
He might need one. She'll point to Faywin.
Oh,
No,
sure.
no, I don't.
Have a bedroll now.
Well, anything that you may need, simply ask for it, and if we have it, you will receive it.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Of course.
Have a good evening.
She'll
Good
give her a
night.
smile and give like a look to Emerson, and then back to eating her stew.
Mm-hmm. He's been standing like I say, he's been standing slightly behind her. He's
Mhm.
not been involved in the conversation necessarily. It's just mostly there because you guys are new elements into this place. He's just got that kind of cautious. He's watching you guys. Occasionally, he's looking out towards the mouth of the gorge, looking up top. Like he
Watching me,
just is
watching
doing
you.
that. Watching all entrances and exits. It seems.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But once she starts to move, he'll give everyone a little nod of the head. Notice the look from Bella and just kind of turn around and head off with her.
Are you all right, Faywin?
Yes, I'm sorry for that outburst.
Oh, don't be
It
sorry.
was funny. Don't be.
You know more about this than any of us, so you
Yes.
brought up a point. And that's okay.
It's understandable to not approach the people who you see to be your quote unquote keepers.
Mm-hmm.
I
Um,
wouldn't want to be in her shoes. But
well, she
so
seems
I don't know
to.
what she intends to do with this place. Do you think she intends to sue for peace with the divine?
I don't know. Maybe. All I know is that, unfortunately, we can't just wait until the people in power are done having their fun and making decisions.
Yes.
Eventually, the two elves of yours kind of come back over after they've done all their official things, sit down with a big bowl of stew, and just start like hungry boy eating. They seem very comfortable in the situation. They've been here a few times before, it seems, so they know what they're doing. So they just kind of like eat, and occasionally will look up at you guys and Zara's like, y'all okay? You're like in a little yeah,
All
Mm.
good.
cool, yeah. Yeah.
How many people are guarding the exterior?
You don't really see many. It looks like Emerson has gone back down to the mouth of the gorge. You can just kind of see one part of him. He is down at the entrance. And occasionally there seems to be just a swap out of people who are just dressed in circle robes.
Okay.
So there's not many.
Um, may I suggest to you all, she'll point to her group, that if we are going to check out the situation, we might want to leave earlier in the morning so we're not out in broad daylight traveling there.
Mm-hmm.
What situation is this you're doing? What have you got yourselves into?
Apparently, there are some Templars gathering in an old farmhouse a few hours from here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. We have offered our services to go and check it out.
So we can at least make sure the people here have at least one night to rest.
Right. Give them at least that.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't sound too good if there's some of that out that close to you.
I mean,
Shit, I wonder if they were,
uh-huh.
you know, the ones that we took care of.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Oh.
I obviously did not offer you guys the services as you have a very important service that you are already providing for them. But you can probably head on out. Yeah. I don't know how
Yeah.
long it will take, but if you feel the need to head on out without us before we get back, I'm sure we can make our way back.
Nah, that won't happen. I mean, we're all gonna go up together. You think I'm gonna? Nah.
Bella just
And
gets
this, lads, and he
in.
just pat a little too hard on Shadow's shoulder. It looks like it's one of the ones where he's still carrying an injury. He just does like does the wincing. He loves a fight. This one, he'll be well up for it.
Well, we're not complaining if you two would join.
Well, it's a spectacular view watching the two of us taking down people. So can't blame me for wanting us there.
Yeah. Have you seen us work
Got
together and
me.
take down people? She'll point to Robin herself.
Yeah, I was joining you last time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is the clue when you need to have alone time when you call yourself by the third person? Is that the indicator?
Bella's just nodding.
He nods and he gives you a wink. He's like, I will keep an eye on that next time. Oh yeah.
Just make sure not to go too far off. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry I care about you, Robin.
I'm just gonna keep eating.
She just gives her a middle finger.
I trust and believe you know how to look after yourself.
I know she can take care of herself. I'm just saying it's not ideal to just wander off.
She'll
There she
scream if
goes.
she needs us. Yeah.
Be careful of the animals in the woods. She'll call out. Mm-hmm.
It seems that the enchanter is not currently with him. He is down at the mouth of the gorge. She is over beside her tent again. So is it to the mouth that you're going? Mm-hmm. Looks down at you. Hello? Emerson. Emerson. Sorry. I mean, I would lean down, but I feel like that would be offensive, so. Yeah. Okay. Would you like us to sit down? Yeah, he'll wait and see where you go and then come over and sit down beside you. Still facing out, still has hand on sword kind of thing. That's just his general state for his, but yeah, he'll sit down beside you. Yes. Yes, yes, I do. He lets out a sigh and just sits for a moment with the question. A lot better than many of my country folk right now. There are worse things I could be dealing with right now. No, it is not.
No. I was muted. Luckily, not. I was muted on OBS.
Yeah.
So essentially, Rob, God, that whole time, but the subtitles got caught at least. Thanks,
Yeah.
Anino. Appreciate that. I was muted on OBS. That whole time, Robin is talking to this Templar, asked him about his lyrium addiction. So that's what
Yeah.
happened. Short story start, but thank you. Okay. Well.
It's a burden to bear, but
Mhm.
I try to keep a perspective on it. And I haven't had to go through the worst of it yet, and not many people in there are either aware of it or
Excuse me.
it's well, it's not something for them to worry about.
Well, the reason I'm asking is I'm I'm a trader from Osmar, and I don't necessarily deal in what you would need, but and I'm going to hand him my card if you do need something. And you do find someone and they're hesitant because we're not really sure what the relationship between your X organization doors will be now that there's dismantled and then the X members, but if you want to name drop me to some of the traders, it might help you out.
Thank you. Sorry. Was not an unexpected conversation to be had.
Sorry, I
Or-
guess.
No, it's not a gesture I would expect from anyone either.
I've seen what the withdrawal can do to Templars, and you know, all of you are bastards, but those of you who have left, I don't like to see people suffer needlessly. And you seem to be on a good path. So, but if you're not, I'm going to spread it all over. If this guy has my card and he says it's cool, like if you backstab any of us, I will blacklist you, bud.
Noted.
Gotcha. Well, we are going to check out this farmhouse. I could, if we get a jump on some Templars, and they have anything on them, I could give them to you. I could find them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It would be appreciated. I do intend on no longer needing it anymore, but right now they need me at my strongest.
And
So,
you know, there might be a market soon, or a service soon for weaning those of you who have left, you know, off the stuff. But until then, you know, you don't have to be in physical and mental torment.
I appreciate the thought. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, did you know a guy who had like some wife and kids and a dog named Caroline or something?
What? You roll for that. Yeah, I think I think.
Oh, well,
Rings a bell.
yeah, if, you know, I'm just saying if his body turns up, we didn't do it for the sake of his family. It was totally a bear.
Gotcha. If I am asked, bears. It's a lot of them in this area, you know.
Werebears, even.
Bears? That's
Yeah, I don't actually know if those exist, but
no.
you can't, listen, it's a new world order, new things are happening, you can't prove me wrong.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
It's unfalsifiable.
Yep. I'm not in touch with anyone from that part of my life, so
Yeah.
I can't imagine anyone will be coming to me asking questions anyway.
Right. Right. Well, cool. I'm gonna go finish my walk. Nice talking to
Okay.
you, Aneurysm. And I'm gonna.
Aneurysm.
You actually get a little chuckle out of him. He stands back up to do his wash.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a loopity loop around the camp, do some stretches and some squats. Gotta keep that booty firm. And
Yeah.
It's all
Light.
about booty.
light my pipe and walk back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Watch that the cure for lyrium addiction is just to smoke elf fruit.
That would be a good, it'll stave off a lot of those urges. Yeah. I'm sure you can recommend that to him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyone else got anything that they're doing?
I assume that when we're going to be sleeping, period, we're going to be still taking rounds to make sure we're not in
Probably,
trouble.
yeah. Once it gets to bedtime, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I think before that, like, Bella will do a whole, like, perimeter walk around the place.
Mm-hmm.
With Andril. To kind of just get to know the land and just an extra eye out, because they don't really have a lot of people like doing guard duty. So yeah, she'll do that.
Sure. Do you have perception, seeing, or hearing?
If anybody would like to donate things so I can actually get that focus point, that'd be great.
You actually did get a focus point donation.
Okay, well, I'm getting seeing.
You did get a focus. You did.
2.
We did.
17. Because that is not what I have. Or not, just 15 if we want to do that.
We all got a focus point donation thanks to thanks. I think it was Silent that did it again. Yeah.
Seeing, we'll do it.
Okay. You see, there's a general bubble of energy around the people of the camp, with new people that they've not seen before. It seems that they're familiar and comfortable with Shara and Dara, but they don't know you guys. The 2 mages and the Tranquil are settling in, and you can see them having a conversation with who you were told was Enchanter Kaelin. And she is speaking, it seems, in quite a calm and patient manner with the 2 Tranquil, just gathering some information from them, it seems, about where they've come from.
She'll wave at them if they look at her.
Yeah, they'll give a little wave. You see that moment with Dominic, who's the male Tranquil, where he'll see you and he does that. There's not an emotional register, but he knows to give you a little wave. Yeah. It's we'll give you a little a wave in return. The other 3 that you just rescued are sitting huddled around their own little fire, eating and just kind of looking out, and they seem to just be talking about the camp and the people that they can see, and just generally a little safety bubble with each other, it seems.
She'll also give them a wave.
Yeah. they'll give a little
nod of the head.
Yeah, nod of appreciation. One thing you do notice, just in terms of, because you're perimeter checking not just to see the people, but just looking for anything that would seem unusual or out of place or suspicious. You can see one of the mages that are clearly from this camp, it seems, going over to get one of the bowls of stew with some other students. They're chatting away, they seem to know each other quite well. And you see him pause, and there is sort of like a twofold reaction of, first of all, color completely draining from a face, and then completely flushing with color when he spots something about the camp. And with a 17, you can kind of try to see the eye line of where this person is looking, and it looks like he is looking at Faywin. But just kind of gets the bull and goes and sits down.
Is this person an elf, human? Does
Looks human. Dark hair. Young gentleman, looks like.
she'll just make her way over casually?
Okay.
Yeah. Hi.
Are you saying it to all of them, or just really quite directly?
No, to all of them.
Okay. They all kind of look up at you and give a little, like, nod and a smile. One of them, who is a sort of grubby-looking human man, he looks a bit older than the other two. Auburn hair and blue eyes, kind of give you a bit of a smile. Hello.
Hi. Sorry, I'm making the rounds and just getting to know the place. I'm Bella.
Nice to meet you.
And she'll shake whoever wants to shake her hand.
Oh yeah, he'll shake your hand. My name's Edwin. Nice to meet you. You guys help escort the other mages, huh?
Oh yes. Me and my group. I shall point to where Faywin is.
Mm-hmm.
Helped escort a few mages, some that we found along the way, others that had come directly to us. And she'll
nice.
kind of look at the reaction of the guy whose face just.
He's not looking at you. It's just this guy with the red hair. I don't know if you pinged up for you guys. I'll ping him again just in case. Oh yeah, that's nice, yeah. It's good work that you guys are doing.
Oh. Thank you. No need for that, but thank you.
Of course.
I'm sorry, who are you? And she'll point to the guy that's not looking at her.
It takes him a moment, and he'll look up at you, but with like the discomfort of, like, imagine you are like the most introverted introvert at a party, and someone's just come up and you don't know them, and they've just asked you your name, and you're like,
Look on your hand.
I guess. I mean, sorry, my name's. We'll give you a tight smile that is meant to look like, pleasantries you do when introducing yourselves, but it just looks like a slight grimace. Jacob.
Jacob, nice to meet you, Bella. Are you alright? You seem a bit pale.
I have pale skin. And he show you the picture. The way he's dressed is not quite like that, but for face reference.
Yes, I meant more so than usual. Apparently, like you just saw something that spooked you.
I mean, I'm living in a refugee camp, so I'm not sure if we're meant to look healthy.
Well, if you need anything, I do have a friend who knows healing magic. She'll point to Faywin.
He doesn't follow where you're pointing. He just kind of indicates to the people sat beside him. A few of us know healing, but thank you. That's kind of you to offer.
Well, I won't make you talk more if you wish. Sorry.
It's okay. Just goes back to his food. He's not really eating, but he looks back at his bowl.
She'll make a few pleasantries with like Ethan, like, oh, so how long have you been here?
A month, most of us, give or take.
Okay. Interesting. Um, is there anything specific that is a immediate need for you all? We will be coming back with some supplies later on.
Edwin immediately pipes up. I mean, I've been craving chocolate, something rotten. Haven't had any since I was a kid, and I thought, oh, I'm outside the circle. I can get some chocolate now. I haven't seen any, so if you can get that, I mean, it would be great.
Hmm. I guess I never said Bella had chocolate, so.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know what? Just for you, I'll do it.
Thanks. Yeah, that's really kind of you. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any kind of chocolate will do, honestly.
I'll see what I can get you, yeah?
Awesome.
But I will leave you all to your meal. Thank you for entertaining me for a bit.
I don't think we were that entertaining, but okay,
You all seem like very pleasant company, so I appreciate that.
sure. I learned how to make colored sparks in the air, so if you actually want entertainment, I mean, I could try, but
No, it's alright.
okay.
But thank you.
Yeah.
I'll see you around.
Bye.
Bye. And she'll kind of whistle for Andrew to follow her and keep
Mm-hmm.
making the rounds. Uh, and she'll just go back to camp when she's done and just sit next to Faywin.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Faywin.
Oh, Bella?
Hi. Um, I'm wondering. I saw someone
Yes.
on the road, or was it? I think it was a while ago, possibly. Do you know anybody that looks, pale skin, dark hair, almond shaped eyes? They said their name was Jacob.
Well, where did you see them?
Hey, why don't you come have a talk with me?
He's not here, is he?
Faven, come with me.
All right.
She's gonna take him away from the group,
Mm-hmm.
like a place where they can talk privately. Faven, who is this man?
One of the mages from my circle. I'm fairly sure he escaped.
Who is he to you? He clearly makes you uncomfortable.
Well, that's complicated.
You
He's
don't
nothing
have to
now.
answer. You don't have to answer anything that you're not comfortable with, obviously. But I need to know if I need to keep you safe from this person because they are in fact here.
Oh. Well, uh, you don't need to keep me safe from him.
Do you want me to just kick his ass just because?
No, I don't think that would be helpful. But I appreciate the sentiment.
No, it might not be helpful, but just a little smile on your face.
Um, I'd like to tell you so that you know, but well, promise you won't do anything to him.
She narrows her eyes, quirks an eyebrow. I. This is already off to a great start.
I know, but if he's here, it's not.
I. I will not do anything. This is not my situation to maneuver, even though I've kind of made it my business. Um, Mostly because I was worried about you.
Well, I'm very glad you noticed him before I did.
Why?
It's very complicated, the situation with Ostwick. He is the one who clipped my ears. And I just don't want to see him.
Wow. Alright, I can see why you made me promise that I wouldn't do anything.
It wasn't his idea, but he did it.
I don't care whose idea it was, carried it out.
Yes, that's how I feel too.
There's no excuse for what he did, Phaelin. You have every right to be angry with him.
I am angry. But it's, well, I don't think it would help.
I could sneak at night and cut his ears off if you want.
No, please don't do that.
Mm.
But I appreciate it.
Okay. She's just gonna hug him.
He hugs her back.
It's like one of those hugs that last longer than usual. A comforting hug, like a big sister hug.
I'll tell you everything, but I just didn't want to. I felt I was so far away from it.
Phaelin. You don't have to tell me anything you do not want to. Your secrets are yours to keep unless it puts my life and the life of my friends in danger. Of your friends in danger.
Well, I don't think that he's dangerous here.
No. No. He's just a real big asshole.
I don't know.
If you ever wish, I'm sure it's been on my mind and I didn't want to offer it too early on, but it's possible that we could get you some sort of jewelry. Not to hide, but to mimic what was once there.
I don't know. I've never worn something so ostentatious.
It
But
doesn't have to be ostentatious. Just something shiny and pretty.
Maybe. I don't like... I don't really like hiding it. Because I'm... I feel like so much of my bloodline was taken from me, things that I was supposed to inherit. And I don't want to be seen like I'm hiding it. If that makes sense.
It does. But you're now in a position where you can reclaim what was taken from you. And you have people that would help you do that.
Yes.
And whatever happened to you doesn't make you less than anything. I want you to know that. Just in case.
Thank you. And with all that we're doing and with him here, I don't want to go back to being like I was when you found me. So thank you for the reminders that I'm strong now.
You are.
And I feel strong.
You always have been, Faywin.
I was very tolerant of suffering before. But it's different to know that you will suffer and to bear through it for a purpose.
You are tolerant of suffering to survive. There's nothing wrong with that. She'll kind of like gently, so he can back away should he wish, then like put her hands on his cheeks and just place a kiss on his forehead. You're strong.
You know, I think I will get my Valisline for Mythal.
You will?
Yes, I think it's pretty.
I'm glad. I can't wait to see it on you.
Thank you, Bella.
Of course. Are you still hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Let's get you some more stew, yeah?
All right.
She'll kind of walk him over with the hand, like an arm, like around his shoulders.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So you head back to the little spot that you guys have kind of crafted for yourselves to sit at. And your two elves are still there, just kind of enjoying their time currently. Dara is regaling Arlen with some stories of the road now that they've been traveling around. Just talk about all the cool things he's seen, and that they stopped off at a tavern at one point, and he was like, "Oh man, so many different alcohols in there. It was really exciting."
There's a little bit of drool slowly coming down.
Yeah. Mm. herbal enjoyment. Mm-hmm. Different flavor elf fruit.
There's no differences?
Mm. Mm. Yep. Yeah. Arlesian stuff is great. It gives me the giggles. We should get some. That should be our celebration. Yeah. Yeah. Woo!
Flavored elf fruit
Mm.
sounds like a solution to a problem that you can come up with.
Oh.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. Get me in on the business, though. I can help.
And of course there is.
Expanding new horizons. Yeah. I think it sounds great. This is helping you set up the business acumen that you need to start a franchise of your own. I use clever words.
Look at you.
Yeah. My mind is sharp. Welcome back. Hey, Faywin. You okay, Faywin? You alright? You look like you could use some elf fruit.
I've never. I mean, I've.
It's a tradition for our people.
I think Faywin could use some more elf fruit, should he wish.
Now, before you all do this, let's remember we need to get up early tomorrow.
Yeah,
Different. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Different alcohol. Yeah.
Thanks to Dara, I have had lots and lots and lots of secondhand elf fruit.
Yeah.
So yes, I would like some.
Starting him off easy. No.
No.
Oh, he's like a little brother. Weird. Well, it's a good, easy introduction to it. Hi. Mm. Yeah, he'll come over.
Aww.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll do the secondhand smoke for a little bit and then just turns it to making out with you. He don't care. Yeah.
Okay. Catches it.
Yeah.
Holds it.
Just gives you a cold stare as she's holding it. I feel no pain.
Oh god, and I believe it.
But those who wish to partake are able to have a relaxing evening. I'm sure some need it more than others. With some elf fruit. Yeah.
On my side, I'm going to abstain. I'm going to take the first round of watch so that y'all
Okay.
can enjoy.
Yeah, with the water, it's a dry camp, unfortunately.
I'm okay with that. I'll live.
Yeah. But yes, you guys can settle in to figure out watches for your evening. Certainly, should you wish. Anyone who
Oh,
just
I
wants
wish.
to sleep through. Yeah, your body is not your friend today. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Sad panda. Who wants to do second?
I'll do second.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I will do last as well because, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Roman.
I just assume that Andril counts as a 2-man watch with Bella.
I mean,
Pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah.
If Arlen can use smelling as a perception check, so can Andrew.
Yeah. Charlotte will do a straddle lol between Bella and Dara's watch.
It's usually not him doing the straddling, but okay.
It's true. It's true. I'm sure he will be. He's got switch energy. He's like service top energy. Yeah.
Oh, that's how I knew it. Okay. I was like,
Yeah.
service bottom?
Service
Yeah.
top.
He has a service top.
Bella does not seem like the type of woman who would be a bottom.
No, but I think the only person she would willingly allow is
Yeah.
is when he's in the mood to
Yeah.
take charge. Anyway, so these are the things that we discuss here in our Dragon Age game. Everyone who is watching, if you didn't know, it's a game for emotional emotions, elf fruit, and sexy stuff, and horny on main.
Horny on me.
Yeah. That's and like tense emotional political things. This is what Dragon Age is, and we are honoring our source content.
We had a
as
serious
well.
moment. Now we have to
Yeah.
talk about the elf fruit and the innuendo.
Serious elf fruit, and then onto the who is a top and who's a bottom. Yeah. Okay. So Arlen, you're up first. As people sort of bed down for the evening, you can see that a lot of the mages kind of go off to the tents where they are staying. The Templar gentleman occasionally will come in to do a bit of a round in the camp itself and then goes back out. He seems to be staying up certainly through your watch. And the 3 elves that you helped rescue, while they have an area to sleep at, they don't seem to be sleeping just yet.
Mhm.
But given what they've been through, it's going to be a
That's
restless
fair.
evening. Yeah. But you can do a perception for me with focus of your choice, and it will, tell you what information it will be.
Focus of my choice, huh?
Yeah, because it'll inform your information. Sure. Oh, it's a good roll.
Yeah, I wanted to go with smelling again, but I doubt I would smell anything but the elf root around.
Sure. It's a very high perception roll. You can hear the whispered conversation going on with the 3 mages that are not terribly far from you, and while they are speaking quietly, with everything else being quite quiet right now, you're able to make out that they seem to be discussing their original plans about trying to move north to Ravane, and would it still be possible to get on a boat, and it's nice to be here with other mages, but they feel like the more numbers you have, the bigger target you're paid to on your back, kind of deal. So they're mostly just discussing their options right now.
Ravane, was that where we just came back from?
No, Ravane is somewhere else entirely. It's up to the north. I will pull you onto a world map. Viewers at home, feel free to Google if you wish. Ravane is up here. Yeah.
Oh wow,
and
it is.
You guys are down here, and you came from Kirkwall, which is just across the water there.
Oh, okay.
So Ravane is all the way up past Antiva, so it's even further away than where Bella's from. It's a place that's more, not that Arlen is likely to know this, but it's more, I always get that vibes of like Middle Eastern, like Turkish kind of vibes from
Mhm.
Rouvain. And it's a place of pirates and more relaxed laws around things.
Hmm.
So while there is a circle there, it's just a bit more laid back in many ways. And like I say, piracy is pretty common.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Hmm. But you might not necessarily know that as Arlen, but that's just information for you and the viewers at
Hmm.
home. But that's where
They, they
they've been
said they were
considering
going
it.
north, so I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
that. I know where north is. I don't know where Vane is.
yeah, yeah.
So,
So you can hear that. You can also hear the quiet, clearly intending to be quiet, possibly being muffled by something crying going on, but you can't really tell where it's from. And given that you're in a camp of runaway mages, it could be anyone, quite frankly. They've been through something very upsetting.
oh
But
yes,
you can hear some of that. And that's mostly what you pick up on.
I'm gonna go toward the ones that are thinking about going north.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna dust myself off again, and I don't have bacon this time.
Sad times.
Gonna
Nighttime
approach them.
bacon. Yes, yes, you can approach them, yeah.
I've uh I've heard you guys say that you were going up north.
Corin will speak up. It seems he's the more vocal of the three. It was our original plan. It's where we were heading before we were captured.
We came back from up north Kirkwall, I think.
Oh,
And let's
okay.
say that things weren't exactly great there for mages. So I don't know if I would. I don't know if it'd be wise for you to go north just yet. Plus, you have to go by boat, which is very dangerous.
I can imagine so. I. Yeah. Thank you for the advice. I've not really been on a boat, not across an ocean before, just
Mm.
between some islands.
How long have you guys been out in the wilderness when we found you?
Oh, I've been living free for a few years. Um, and Jordane's, much the same, must be nearly a decade. Um, Caliban's fresh out the circle.
Oh, so you aside from that one, you guys weren't in the circle per se. They literally just went out in the world and found you.
Yeah, they're parading around the countryside and the roads and abandoned houses looking for apostates to either fight and kill or slaughter in their sleep, maybe, or, capture us to try and get some kind of, I don't know where they were taking us, but thankfully didn't have to find out.
They never mentioned anything about where they were be taking you.
No,
We were too quick on the action.
they didn't speak about much around
Hmm.
us.
Okay. Um, and I think I heard you say that bigger group, bigger target, but at the same time, bigger group, better defenses.
Sure, um, sure. There's a lot of kids here, though. Well, younger people.
Hmm.
They're basically kids. The tricky thing, and the reason they lock us up, is when those of us who are untrained get particularly frightened, we literally can turn into monsters.
Oh, I think if I recall, I've seen that once,
You've
right?
seen that happen. You saw it happen to Shadow's sister.
Are is there a way to prevent that from happening?
Training, learning to control your emotions. I learned how to meditate.
Right, and it's not exactly the right time right now to prevent any of that. or to at least go through training.
Yeah. When people are backed into a corner and there is no other solution and they need anything to help the situation they're in, it can make us vulnerable to influences from the fade possessing us. You have to learn how to say no really well.
And of course, the power is always so very attractive.
For some, yeah, sure.
Mm.
It's never worth it, though. I don't believe so, anyway.
Okay.
Some people tend to enter very precarious agreements with spirits.
So an agreement can't be made. That would normally, I would assume, benefit the other party and not the mage themselves.
Depends who they're speaking to.
Mm. Fair.
So I do believe there are some spirits over there that are positive, but they're not the ones that want to come through.
Right. Magic is complicated for me, especially since where I'm from, we welcome those spirits in, and we have a way of sending them on their way when we're done.
Oh, you're Avar?
Yes.
Oh, I've met some in my time.
Great people.
Yeah.
Very polite.
Sure, if they deem you worthy of being polite too.
Very true.
If they think you're an asshole, they're not going to be polite.
I think everybody around, if they think you're an asshole, they're not gonna be polite to you.
Oh no, some can be very polite.
To the point of being condescending.
Sure. Yeah. I prefer people who call it like they see it, and that's definitely what I have found with the Alvar.
If you guys were to leave, make sure you have enough provision to make it to the coast at least.
Sure.
And do not visit empty houses. Apparently, as you said, they're hunting everybody down.
Yeah. Well, we can only do our best. But I think laying low for a little bit. There's some wisdom in that.
When things calm down, I'm pretty sure you can come back to High Hever. I'll probably be around there. You'll always be welcome in my abode.
Thank you. If I ever have an abode, you will be welcome in it.
I hope you do have an abode.
So do I.
It's getting late, and you've been through enough today. You all should sleep.
Yeah. Maybe. Sleep's an uncomfortable place for a stressed out mage.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
But thank you for the consideration.
Get some
rest. I really do appreciate everything that you did.
That's where I wanted to go with this. For you to get rest. Okay. I'm going to continue my my rounds. Just make sure that all is good, all is well. Good night.
Here. And he's gonna take one of the little metal adornments. It looks like it's a beautifully carved metal spiral, and passes it over. For that majestic mane of hair you have, something to remember us by and the good deeds you're doing in the world.
Thank you. I'll have Robin find a way to adorn my hair with it. I do have beads and other accessories. Wouldn't mind adding more to it.
Sure. Well,
Good rest.
enjoy your night.
I shall. I'm gonna I don't say I'm gonna keep walking around camp because that's gonna make noise. But I'm gonna probably go toward the opening of the gorge and just make sure that all is good in the world.
Yes.
And when the time for next shift starts, I'm gonna go and wake Bella.
Okay.
I'm up. She just
Nice.
kind of sits up.
Oh, you should. I'm glad you can't see your hair right now. It's
I'm going to stop you if you keep talking.
okay. Uh, yeah. I'm
Yep.
gonna find a
Just.
spot to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good night.
Yeah. Good
Good,
night. She just kind of runs her fingers through her hair and just gets up and does the mom dog where it's like, come on, Angela, time to wake up, big girl.
Mm-hmm.
Does
Yeah,
big
she'll
dog
wake up.
stretchies and yawns.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
not the stretchies.
Yeah.
Hi, we
Yeah.
all love animals in this stream.
She does that because dogs, they do that casty as well. It's like the stretching out the front
Yeah.
paws, and then
Yeah,
stretching out the
yeah.
back paws.
Yeah.
Like
Finish with a
and
shake.
they're definitely like on their side, and yep,
Yeah.
I can
It's
see it.
if anyone were looking at it, it's like Bella is stretching her own arms as Andrea is stretching out. It's like they're doing it at the same time.
I like how Google
Yeah.
thinks that your dog's name is Angela.
Angela.
No, it's
Wow,
not.
that's an interesting dog name.
Yeah.
Andrew?
Angela.
Andrea?
Yeah.
Ooh. It's
It's not doing it. Andrew.
No.
There we go. Yeah, no, Angela. It's determined. Okay. But you were able to get your dog up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she will was Shower gonna take a wash with her or just the end
Yeah. He'll get up and do a watch with you.
Yeah. She'll just shake him awake.
Mm-mm.
She definitely wakes up Andrea in a much nicer way than she does Shower.
Oh, the poor boy. Yeah, he'll groan a little. Also does the stretchies, but like when you mostly stretch and then remember you've got out, that's an injury, and
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You're going to open your wounds again.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
She's
good?
gonna sit. Yeah, I'm good. I'm alright.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're speaking to me. I know what the answer all right is. It's what I say all the time.
You can see how annoyed it is. But you know there's something wrong. No, I'm joking. I respect it when you don't want to talk about things.
Yeah. But yeah, it seemed like I don't know. You had an interesting reaction when they were talking about the Templars. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it.
I understand Faywin's reaction. I would have had the same. I don't have much connection to them as I'm not a mage. But I've seen friends that I've made here in Ferelden get taken away. You can be good if he wishes to see himself as that. I'm sure he was very kind to the people, the mages that were in his care. I'm sure he had good intentions.
Sure, I was more referring to the ones that we killed when people were upset finding that family picture.
What was my reaction then?
It wasn't one.
No, no, it wasn't. I feel bad that the children will grow up without a father, and that his wife will no longer have a husband. I can understand their sorrow, but I do not pity someone in that situation that he put himself in.
True. I think it's easy for people like Dara and me when we have had to fight them. We're respectful to the bodies afterwards because despite the fact you can go through a lot of hardship, it's still important not to lose your own humanity along the way, and still allow yourself to process what has happened.
Maybe. I just try not to dwell on it. Does me no good.
Well, I guess we all have our ways of dealing with it.
Never said I was a good person. I do not care how their bodies are treated afterwards. I am vengeful at times. I know what I am.
Sure. I'm sure there are many that feel that way.
I try to use what I am to help others. If I can. But I don't feel sorrow for someone that dedicated their life to enslaving others because something they had no choice in. Someone who went out of their way to go capture apostates,
Yeah.
to ruin their lives. And I'm sorry if that's not the answer that you wanted.
I neither want nor expect any type of answer. Every person's unique. Everyone's viewpoints is unique.
You're a good person.
Well, I try to be. Try to follow the teachings of our gods.
I'm glad you have that guidance. It's something to follow.
It is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess we should keep an eye. I'm not sure if there's anything specific we're meant to be looking for, but
And Angel.
I guess. And he'll sort of stretch back, stay seated, but keep facing the camp.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear or see much. Certainly not at the start of your watch, but towards the end, you start to hear some quiet sobbing again. But it's hard to pinpoint the exact source, given that there's many tents and lots of mages. But as your watch comes to an end, we are at time. So we'll pause us there and put a pin in that. Today's session has been a wild roller coaster ride. But yes, that is us for this evening, and we will pick up again next week with
Yeah. So,
Mage Camp.
thank you everyone for coming and showing up. Always a great time, great session to all the players. Thank you to Spiritus Studios and James Corp for the raise, and Silent for that donation, which is enabling us to meet a certain someone. Yes. Yes, indeed. This is the last game of the week. You can catch us. We are off until Wednesday, where we start with some Dungeons and Dragons. We have 2 Dungeons and Dragons on Wednesdays, Dragon's Doge and Revenge of the Gith on Thursdays. Hopefully we will be back with the Expanse for the show Churn and Burn. Fridays we have Lancer, and then we're back here on Saturdays. And then we're already kind of gearing up for the summer. Expect Emberwind back in May, as well as because we're almost to April, as well as a new project that's starting for Thursday mornings in the works. And other than that, you can follow me on Twitter. You can also find me on Weave the Tale on Mondays, where I play the Great American Witch. And yeah, that's what's going on for the channel and for myself. Everyone else, where can we find you in the next 7 days? And what you doing? Going backwards.
Oh, right. I was like, I scroll. Where's the list again? I forget. It's me. Hi. You can find me on Twitter at the Gambit. Well, the _ Gambit. And oh god, it was such a roller coaster tonight. I loved it. You can find me next week right here for more adventures in fields.
And horny on Maine.
Well, that goes without saying.
Well, with that, hi everyone. My name's Satan. You can find me at Elizavamp on Twitter. If you like how I play here, you can watch me in about 30 minutes over at Plot Hunters, where we're playing not Dragon Age. I was about to say Dragon Age. Dungeons and Dragons. We're going through Rise of Tiamat. Right now, we're actually trying to. I think we took a detour and we're in Thay now, and we're trying to get out of the Doom Vault. So that's fun. It's very confusing, but my girl likes to hit things. That's all that matters. She's getting to hit a lot of things. You can also find me tomorrow morning over at Hobgoblin, DMFE friends of mine, and Sunday night over at the Indoor Adventures, where we are playing Rama the Frost Maiden, where I play another big, strong, but very smart Goliath gal named Kuori. Mondays, you can find me over at Weave the Tale with Val, where we're playing the Great American Witch. And Thursdays, you can find me at Indoor Adventures again, playing Masks, where I play Luciana, or Aftershock. My, I forgot the name. It's not Reborn. The Redeemed. She was a villain, now she's not. But with that, you guys will find me on Twitch at Elizabeth Episode, where I do ice streams, and I sometimes have my friends on there talking with me about very important stuff, like food, and art, and social stuff, and which sauce is your favorite for chicken tenders? It's ranch. It is.
Honey mustard.
No.
Honey mustard, yeah.
No. Anyway, with that, that's me. I'm gonna keep ranting. I don't stop.
I am Freddie. You can find me on Twitter at His Majesty and on Instagram at Lewd Alfred. In the before times, I did burlesque, and now I just doodle digital art. And this is the only game that I stream in, but I like it a lot. And unfortunately, I won't be here next week. But I'm really excited to continue this game.
I wanted to interject there because you keep failing to mention that Freddie is the one that did our amazing portraits here for this game.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I did the character art for this game.
Yes, you did, and it's beautiful.
And is getting employed for more character art soon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, and then it's me. Hi everyone, I'm Emma, commonly on the internet. You can find me on Twitter at Humbly. This is the only game I stream right now. It's like this, so you can come and see me here every Saturday running these guys through, you know, dragons and elf fruit and fields and thirst.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Took me a second, like, oh wait, what?
Nice.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
me.
it. I like it.
Mhm.
All right. And with that, we're gonna go over and say hello to our friends over at Qtopia, which looks like they're doing their session 0 for Kids on Brooms, which I'm only assuming is a witch version of Kids on Bikes. So, with that, everyone, thank you for being here, and wave bye. See you later. Bye. Bye. Bye.